Atom Online again. So today we're going to look at Jesus and his friends. He had a lot of special friends. We're going to find out who they were and what Jesus asked them to do. So, 12 special friends. Did you know what Jesus is saying? Come and hear. Do you know what Jesus is doing? Come and see. God had given Jesus special work to do. Everyone came to hear what Jesus was saying. Everyone came to see what Jesus was doing. They brought people who were ill, and Jesus made them well again. Good news, Jesus said. God has sent me to bring good news. Good news for those who are poor. Good news for those who have been taken prisoner. They will be set free. Good news for those who cannot see. Soon their eyes will be opened. The time has come for God to rescue his people and make them safe. Jesus stood on the beach by the lake. Lake Galilee was so big it was like the sea. He watched the fishermen cleaning their nets. Come with me and catch bigger fish. Jesus called to Peter and Andrew. Come with me and catch bigger fish, he called to James and John. Jesus didn't mean the fish in the lake. He meant people. John wanted Peter and Andrew, James and John to help him tell everyone God's good news. They were the first 4 special friends of Jesus. Matthew was sitting at his table, counting his money. He was a taxman. Pay up, he said. The emperor wants his tax. All the nice people thought Matthew was bad. He helped the emperor and he helped himself. He collected more money than the tax that was due. They would not be friends with him. But Jesus wanted Matthew to be one of his special friends. Come with me, he said, and Matthew left his money and came. Matthew gave a party for Jesus at his house. All the nice people grumbled. Jesus is good. How can he be friends with bad people? But Jesus said, they need me. I've come to help the people who need me, not those who think they are good already. Let's see the party. Jesus had 5 special friends. Peter and Andrew, James and John, and Matthew. That still wasn't enough. He talked to God about it, then he chose 7 more. Thomas and Philip and Bartholomew, Thaddeus and another James, Simon and Judas. That made 12 special friends. Jesus and his 12 special friends went to all the towns and villages, telling everyone God's good news. Mary, Joanna, Susanna, and others took care of Jesus and his special friends, all helping to tell God's good news. So I want to know how many friends you've got and if you tell them about Jesus. Do you think you can do that this week? Tell your friends that you come to church and what you learn at Atom or Kids Club, and you can teach them all about Jesus. You can even tell them the story about how many friends Jesus had and what he asked them to do.
We're going to watch a little video now. It's one of my favourite scenes in a film. And we're going to see how lots of different friends from lots of different films all come together to do something extra special. See if you like it. So as Christians, we believe that our friends are a gift from God. And in that clip, we learn that lots of different princesses from lots of different Disney films all come together to rescue Ralph. Now, Ralph and Vanellope are best friends, and they are very different people. They come from very different worlds. Ralph is someone that not many people really like in the first film, but in the end, lots of people learn to like him because he brings a lot to their lives. He might be the bad guy in the game, but without him, there is no game. So he's really, really important. And our friends are all very important to us. So we should love them and we should treat them well. So at the minute, I think the world is a little bit more of a difficult place than it was a few months ago, or even last year, and I think we could do this week with being nice to all our friends. Now I know that some of you are having to stay in your house for a couple of weeks until everybody gets better, or you make sure that you've not got coronavirus, and that can often be quite a difficult thing to do, staying at home. And I know that some of you might want cheering up as well. So why don't we this week be nice to our friends? Why don't we see if they want to chat on the phone, or you could ask your mummy and daddy if you could write them a letter and then deliver it when you are allowed out of your house. Or if you are allowed out of your house at the minute, why don't you go and post your friend a letter or ring them and find out if they're okay and see if there's anything that you can get them to make them smile. Or when you see them again at school, if you're allowed, why don't you give them a bit of a hug and say, welcome back, we missed you. I know it's half term soon, so that might be a little bit more difficult as well. So your challenge this week is to find something nice to do for your friends and tell them that you really miss them and that you really appreciate them, just like the princesses in the film rescued Ralph because he was really important to Vanellope. He was her best friend and she didn't want to lose him, and she really did love him. And that's how we feel about our friends and how Jesus feels about us. He loves us no matter what, and he wants us to go out and tell people all about God so that they can learn to love everybody and to love God and to lead a really good life. So go do that for me this week. Make your friends smile and even tell them about God. So we're going to pray before we finish. Are you ready? Dear God, thank you very much for all of our friends, for all the adventures that we go on, like Ralph and Vanellope meeting all the princesses. Thank you for the friends that you've given us to cheer us up, and please help us cheer up everybody else that needs it right now. Please help us to tell other people about you so that they can know about you and they can come to church and learn all about the fun stuff that we do, and so that they can know your love in their lives. Amen. Have a brilliant week, have a brilliant half term, and tell me what you've been up to. Bye.